Hey folks, this is ioEther and we're back with some more World of Tanks. So as you can see, this is Danish Bacon is M48 Patton. Yeah, this is supposed to be a fan pick Friday, right? Well, I kinda usurped the fan pick part. This is a game as epic as a fan pick Friday, except obviously, unfortunately, I didn't have time to put up a poll so you guys could vote on it. But I decided I might as well go ahead and post this anyway. So you guys should enjoy this. This should be a really enjoyable game. Anyways, this is a tier 10 game on Redshire, an encounter battle. And this is the brand new, recently tweaked M48 Patton. Obviously not an actual brand new tank. It's been in the game for a while, but it has been recently buffed. And so now we get to see exactly how awesome it is in its newish state. Before we head in, as always, if you want to support the channel, you can either, do the wristwatch promotional thing in the description, or you can just simply hit the like button, or tell your friends and clanmates, especially about how awesome this game should be. If the stats are anything to go by, this should be a monumental game. Have I got you sufficiently enticed? Cool. Let's wait for some action to get going. As he goes and actually bounces 500 damage off that turret. Beautifully, recently buffed turret. Where did those shots go off? I can't tell. With the battle damage to this thing, I can't tell what's recently battle damaged. Oh, poor. That's the way you start off a game, Danish. You bounce the back of a tier 8 scout tank. A tier 10. Oh, that's great. Great job. Okay. Artillery hits us for about 400 damage. That's gonna hurt. Thankfully, though, it doesn't take out anyone. Now, notice he's not running a fire extinguisher, and he's not running any premium consumables other than the cola. So, sorry, no premium repair kit, no premium med kit. So if he does get somebody knocked out of him, this is going to seriously hurt. Now he's taking a bunch of damage. He's already down about a third of his health, and he's really got to stop losing health if he wants to win this game. And believe me, he wants to win this game. So as much as this is a tier 10, there's only 3 tier 10s, and then 3 tier 9s, and then everything else is tier 8. So he's going to be shooting a lot of tier 8s this game. But of course, he still has to face down the enemy tier 10s, unless of course our tier 10s start doing something useful. We'll have to see if that actually happens or not, as I didn't look at their stats before we started this game. I couldn't help but take a peek at Danish's stats, so he informed me that this was a good game. Look at that, we've already Danish, stop getting shot, man. It's quite easy, just stop getting shot. So he loses it was a loader. I want to say it was a loader he lost just a second ago. And he's peeking over this ridge again. This time he actually does damage. I don't know if that was worth it. Trading damage with a tier 8. Probably not worth it. But that almost snapshot coming over that ridge line. I think he put that into the lower glacis, or maybe it was a flattened upper glacis. Don't really know. Unfortunately, missing the kill shot on the Chrysler. He is really trying to take this guy out of the game. Apparently, wait, what's the average damage of this cannon? 390. Good lord, that low roll. When you're 50 points shy of your average damage, that's just painful. Unfortunately, not able to take the mutts out of the game because he missed the snapshot and trying again for this LTTB. It's the same LTTB he tried to shoot early in the game and just bounced off of. Is somehow bouncing the back end and then missed the there go 2 of the 9 lives of that LTTB. We'll see how many more he manages to shave off before actually catching him. Just now he's just shooting targets of opportunity. He's still continuously lit, by the way, by that E1. Every time he gets to the top of this hill, he's definitely proxy lit. I'm pretty sure he's proxy lit even when he's not at the top of the hill. With the E1 moving away, though, he's gonna stand more and more chance of not being lit. And so again and again, he's just poking on this ridge, finding targets, and firing shots before he can get aimed in on. Now, because of the gun depression on this thing, he has amazing gun depression. You can just poke over that ridge, barely showing anything of his tank except for the top of that turret, and just let enemies bounce off the turret. Now, if that E1 decides to commit to this could go really badly. But you see that tracking move? The first thing he does is just pops that track off, and the E1 sits on top of that ridgeline for so long that he gets decimated and killed before he can do anything else about it. T10 is now trying to circle us. T10 is not really paying attention to us. He either doesn't realize we can shoot him, or he's thinking about something else. Now he understands what's going on and jumps into that ditch. But the ditch doesn't last long enough, and Danish gets another shot into him. We're up to about 4,000 damage already, and this game is about halfway done. Goes ahead and pops another one into T10. Looks like we're going to have to kill this T10. Nope. No, we get some assistance from the allied Panther 88 over there, but not as much as he maybe would have enjoyed. Well, not as much as that CDC would have enjoyed anyway. Poor guy. Okay, 54 is down. Now we are in a really secure position. The problem is, well, it's not really a problem. Both teams have lost a tier 10. A WZ has gone down. I don't know to what. But at the same time, we've taken out an Action X. The Action X is quite powerful. Bouncing the shot from the ioEther, that is quite powerful. Where did that shell go off of? That's probably this ricochet right here. So he goes ahead and just superstructure, aims in, pops it in. Now, the WoW, me and talking are great companies and all. Blech. Anyways, he is firing heat right now. He's trying to aim for flat surfaces. The pen on the heat rounds is high enough that if he can put them into a flat surface, they will go through and they will take out the target. Now, he's not aiming for gun mantles. He's not aiming for tracks. He's definitely not aiming for observation device. He's aiming for the flat surfaces of armor, and as those are the best and most likely places for heat shells to go in. You can see he's just aiming for the cheeks of that flat side armor, or cheek armor, on the front superstructure. And he is making sure those shots are maybe not 100% aimed in, but they're very, very well aimed in. And once he is done with his ioEther, I'm sure he'll switch off the heat and back into something more available for the rest of the game. Though maybe not, because it looks like that ioEther is going to die something else, and T28 prototype was just out in the open, so why not? And yes, he is switching back, but he's not going to let this T28 stand in the way as he puts a regular round into him. Look at that. That is 10,000 combined damage in a nice little game right there. It didn't seem like 10,000 combined damage, did it? But it was. Wow. That's impressive. Well done. Mastery Badge Ace Tanker gets the Bruiser, the Fighter, the Fire for Effect, and the High Caliber. We're not really surprised by that. Unfortunately, no other epic awards given out. With a majority of his team actually surviving that, he was in this area map doing all the work. His team did a bunch of spotting, and then he just went to town on things. And that's more or less how that happened. Now, anytime you end up with a ioEther doing 0 damage, and Centurion Action X doing 0 damage, and E1 doing 0 damage, that's a losing team right there. Whereas none of our team actually did that badly, but a lot of them did really poorly for the tanks they were driving. In E75, only managing to get two damage shots off is bad. We're not going to criticize a Panther 88. Those guys did what they could. But some of these other tanks should have gotten higher damages out. But instead, it's just all on bacon for this entire carry. You just had to pick up the entire team and walk across the finish line. And he did it. Now, as much as the ammo resupply costs are really high, it's because of the amount of heat he fired at that ioEther. it was all specifically chosen to go into the target it went into. He wasn't firing heat for anything other than what he needed to. And that is the difference, ladies and gentlemen, between a bunch of damage and the truly amazing guys who, comes in tanks are the ones who know exactly what ammo to fire exactly when. And Bacon definitely showed us how to do that today. Thank you very much for this game, sir. It was a joy to watch this. And I'm glad I saw it in my inbox. And thank you everybody out there who are supporting the channel. Thank you very much, either by watch or by hitting that like button, or by pulling your clan in, especially to see an awesome game like this. I'll see you all later. This ioEther out.